guys, it's me again, Agatha, and welcome back to Lopez Travels. So I'm doing another vlog for today, and I want to talk about something that's immigration related, because I know a lot of people have been trying to get information on how to become a permanent resident in Canada. Now, I just want to share with you that I came here as an international student, and I am currently completing a 2-year diploma program in Bow Valley College. So I'm taking up business administration. And now, usually, we look into the streams on how we can get the scores that we need, because the cutoff scores right now are really high. So you should have the education, the relevant experience, a great IELTS score, and other factors so that you can meet the, I think it was about 470. So it's actually very high compared to the past couple of years where we're looking at about 440, 450s. So right now a lot of people are looking into getting nominations from provinces. So there are several provinces that you can apply for it, but there are other provinces that you're not able to apply for, and one of them is Alberta. Okay, so we're looking at the Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program. So I'm just looking at the file that I have here, because I have been sent notice of interest letter from the Alberta government. So this is basically for like a PNP, the PNP program. So this isn't the certification or the nomination certificate yet, so yeah. So anyway, the Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program, under that there's a lot of streams. We have the Alberta Opportunity Stream, Alberta Express Entry Stream, and the Self-Employed Farmer Stream. So we're not going to be talking about the Alberta Opportunity Stream because that's not what I got, because I'm not yet eligible for that program. Because for that, I would say that you're able to apply for that depending on your situation. But specifically for the Alberta Express Entry Stream, only the Alberta government can choose which applicants or which candidates they would like to apply for it. So basically, I'm looking at the Alberta Opportunity Stream, and this is where the postgraduate work permit holders come in. So let's say if you have graduated from an Alberta post-secondary institution, and then after that you apply for postgraduate work permit, and you meet at least 6 months of skilled work experience that's related to your post-secondary education, and then you'll be able to apply for this stream. Okay, all right, now going into the Alberta Express Entry Stream. So this is where Alberta is able to nominate a limited number of qualified candidates. So how do we go about this? Okay, so how do you get chosen by the Alberta government? So first is candidates should have demonstrated strong ties to Alberta. So let's say you have a parent, brother, a sister, siblings, or a child. So those are strong ties to Alberta. Or if you are currently working for an occupation that, so according to this website, supports the government's economic development or diversity, right? So the only thing is that Alberta does not release NOCs. Whenever they do draws of who they invite to apply for the nomination certificate, they do not release which occupations they have given that. So, but just to give you an information, the NOC, the NOC that I have in my Express Entry profile, my previous work experience was in NOC 6314, so that's Customer Service Supervisors. And my current work here, to which I also have a job offer, was NOC, I think 1223, so Human Resource and Recruitment Officers. So I would say that it's more geared to my current job right now. So you may receive a notification of interest letter if you have an active express entry profile. So first you have to create an express entry profile so that Alberta may get in, may look into your qualifications. Yeah, so how do we create an express entry profile? So I won't be discussing that very specific right now, but just to give you a brief background, to be able to create an express entry profile, you should have already done the ECA, so the Educational Credential Assessment, and you should have already taken an IELTS exam. So you should have already scores for your IELTS, and you should have at least 1 year work experience, so skilled work experience. Okay. Yeah, you do not need any job offers or anything like that. I just have to look at the criteria. So you should meet at least one of the programs available for the express entry. So mine, I have met the 67 points for the federal skilled workers, and that makes me eligible to go ahead and continue my express entry application. Okay, and so you should have stated that you are willing to reside in Alberta. So when you create an express entry profile, you can choose which provinces you would like to live in. So when you choose Alberta, that gives you the chance to be seen by the Alberta government that you want to reside in that area. You can also choose all provinces if you're okay with going in any provinces. That gives you more chances, right? And yes, like what I told you, you increase your chances of getting a notification of interest letter from the Alberta government if you are working in an occupation that supports Alberta's economic development and diversification priorities, and have a minimum comprehensive ranking score of 300. So do not worry if you do not meet the cutoff scores yet for the express entry, which is around 470s. So there's still a chance you can hope and pray to be selected for a PNP program. So it depends on which draws, but as low as 300, you have the chance. So sometimes they have draws that are 350, 300s if you're in that occupation. Okay, and you also increase your likelihood of getting a notification of interest letter if you have an Alberta job offer or you already have an Alberta work experience. And you also get increased chances of being selected if you are a graduate of Alberta post-secondary education, or not even in Alberta but Canadian post-secondary education. And yeah, like what I mentioned, relatives also count. Alberta parent, child, brother, sister. And please make sure that your express entry profile is updated, and you have increased chances if your profile or your express entry profile is just a few months old, because you decrease your chances if your profile expires in 3 months or less. So yeah, if you can create another one so that it's new, you're gonna get, there's more likelihood in that. Okay, and well, there's also a decrease in chances if you're working in an occupation that's listed in the Alberta website. That's the high wage and low wage occupation. So I won't be able to go further into that, but you can take a look at the website just to see which occupations are there. And there's also ineligible occupations, and there's also a couple of AINP streams that have high volume of submissions. So there's going to be a disadvantage to that. Okay, now so that's what I did. I created an express entry profile because I already have the requirements, and I'm just waiting to finish my program and add that to my score, as well as my husband. So if he gathers at least 1 year of Canadian work experience, so that's going to add up to our scores as well. Yeah, so last March, I was sent a notification of interest letter by the Alberta government. Now, like what I've mentioned, this is not yet the nomination certificate. So they have asked me to submit documents. So firstly, they're going to let you know how to get in touch with them once they send you that notice of interest letter. And then after that, they will be asking you to submit documents. So keep in mind, you only have 30 days to submit the documents. So if I were you, please fix your documents even before getting a notification of interest. It's going to help you out. Because there may be unforeseen circumstances like what happened to me. There were COVID-19. There's COVID-19, so I had a hard time connecting with my employers back home because there's lockdown in the Philippines. So there are many offices that are closed as well. So I wasn't able to get like employment letters, reference letters. So yeah, if you could get those things ready, it's gonna be easier on your part as well. So you have 30 days to submit those documents, and then once you submit that, then the waiting game begins. So that's when they will assess. So keep in mind that even if you receive a notice of interest, that is not a guarantee that your application will be processed or you will be given a notification certificate. So they're still gonna go through the process where they verify authenticity, and yeah, that's where they see if you're deemed eligible for the Alberta nomination program. Okay. Yeah, so I have not checked the time frames yet, but they said it's if there are no delays and if they don't need any additional information from you, like all the requirements are complete and they do not need to do additional verification or anything like that, they said that nomination certificates may come out in 2 months. Yeah, so I'm not sure about that. That's just based on a couple of people that I've spoken with and the research that I've done. So once you have that nomination certificate, that is worth 600 points. So if you have that, so technically, you're already eligible to get the ITA. So the ITA is the invitation to apply for permanent residency. So if you have 600 points, that's over the cutoff score that we were talking about, which is 470. So that makes you eligible right away. You just have to wait for the next draw so that you can receive the ITA, because you already have the 600 points plus the points you had before. So that's definitely a win situation for you. However, that is still not guaranteed even if you have the ITA, because permanent residency application is very tough. It's very strict. So again, you have to go through the process where the visa officers will confirm your eligibility and a lot of things to see if you are deemed eligible for the permanent residency. So it's still a long way to go, but time frames that we're looking at, they said that PR applications before the COVID pandemic came in, it's about an estimate of 6 months. So we are foreseeing, I'm pretty sure there's going to be delays in the immigration processes because of the pandemic, but definitely, we're going to get there. So yeah, the process will take a long time. Some have been waiting for a year or so, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth the wait. Okay. So let me just double check. So I hope I have given you brief information about the notification of interest letter that I have received. I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to give you out the list of the documents that have been required, but I can let you know that your equivalency, your educational credential assessment is needed, your IELTS is needed, and employment references, so reference letters from your previous employers, from your current employer, and if you have any job offers, so you need a document to prove that job offer, and passports, of course, passport of you and your spouse. Dependents are not needed yet, and what else can I remember? Educational documents. So aside from the ECA, you should also be providing diplomas, certificates for your education. So post-secondary, and secondary. And what else? So there's definitely a lot of forms to fill out. So that actually took me a lot of time to do because I did it over and over again just to make sure I have everything correct. Yep. And then what else? So a copy of the notification of interest letter is needed as well. Yes, and a copy of your permit is also needed. So if you're here in Canada already and you are a temporary foreign worker, so you should send a copy of your work permit as well. Yeah, so that's it. I don't have the exact document with me right now, so what I'm telling you is what's on top of my head. I'm not actually sure if I can share all those information out, so just to be safe. So that's the general information that I can give you out right now, and you have to mail this out in paper, so please keep in mind of the delivery times as well. Yes. And when I sent out the mail, it took about 2 weeks for me to receive an email that they have already received it and is in line for processing, something like that. Yeah. All right, so I think I have everything covered. If you have any questions for me, I'm pretty sure I have not discussed everything because this is an impromptu video, so I've not prepared everything, all the information. So yeah, just please let me know if you have any questions or if you want me to discuss anything more in the next vlog. Please reach out to me. Please like our channel, subscribe, and share this to your friends so that yeah, we have more people who are informed about the process. And yeah, thank you very much. Stay safe, guys, and be well, healthy, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.